In this episode of the Joe Rogan Experience, host Joe Rogan welcomes Eric Goode and Jeremy McBride, the creators of the documentary series Chimp Crazy, which follows the lives of individuals who keep chimpanzees as pets. The conversation delves into the bizarre world of exotic animal ownership, the psychological implications of keeping wild animals in captivity, and the broader issues surrounding wildlife conservation. The discussion begins with a reflection on the success of Tiger King, a documentary that captured the public's attention during the pandemic. Rogan notes how the series struck a chord with viewers who were confined at home, providing a glimpse into the eccentric lives of people who own exotic animals. Goode and McBride share their experiences filming Tiger King, emphasizing the strange personalities of those involved in the exotic animal trade. They express a desire to understand the psychological motivations behind why individuals choose to keep wild animals in their homes, suggesting that a clinical psychologist could provide valuable insights into the personalities of these owners. As the conversation progresses, the trio discusses the inherent contradictions in human-animal relationships. They explore the idea that humans, despite being animals themselves, often place themselves above other species due to cultural beliefs and religious doctrines. This leads to a discussion about the ethical implications of keeping animals in captivity, particularly chimpanzees, which are known for their intelligence and complex social structures. Rogan expresses his discomfort with the idea of keeping chimps as pets, highlighting the emotional and physical toll it takes on both the animals and their owners. Goode and McBride recount their experiences filming Chimp Crazy, which features Tanya, a woman who keeps a chimp named Tonka. They describe Tanya's life and her relationship with Tonka, noting the stark contrast between her affection for the chimp and the reality of its captivity. The filmmakers emphasize the importance of understanding the consequences of such relationships, as they often lead to neglect and emotional distress for both the animal and the owner. The conversation shifts to the broader implications of documentaries like Tiger King and Chimp Crazy on wildlife conservation efforts. Goode and McBride reveal that their work has led to significant changes in legislation, such as the passing of the Big Cat Public Safety Act, which aims to regulate the ownership of big cats in the United States. They discuss the importance of raising awareness about the plight of captive animals and the need for responsible ownership practices. Rogan and his guests also touch on the complexities of conservation efforts, particularly in relation to hunting and population management. They discuss the role of hunting in maintaining healthy ecosystems, arguing that regulated hunting can help control animal populations and prevent overpopulation issues. This leads to a discussion about the ethical considerations surrounding hunting and the need for a balanced approach to wildlife management. Throughout the episode, the psychological toll of captivity on both animals and humans is a recurring theme. Rogan shares his own experiences with animals, recalling a time when he encountered a chimp on the set of a television show. He describes the strength and intelligence of the chimp, emphasizing the danger of keeping such powerful creatures in captivity. Goode and McBride echo this sentiment, noting that many of the individuals they filmed for Chimp Crazy exhibited signs of emotional distress and instability. The filmmakers highlight the importance of understanding the needs of wild animals and the consequences of keeping them in unnatural environments. They argue that the desire for companionship and control often leads to neglect and suffering for the animals involved. This raises important questions about the ethics of exotic animal ownership and the responsibilities that come with it. As the conversation continues, Rogan and his guests discuss the role of zoos and sanctuaries in wildlife conservation. They acknowledge that while some zoos are making strides in animal welfare and conservation efforts, many still operate under outdated practices that prioritize entertainment over the well-being of the animals. Goode and McBride emphasize the need for reform in the zoo industry, advocating for larger enclosures and more naturalistic habitats for captive animals. Rogan expresses his concerns about the treatment of animals in captivity, sharing his own experiences visiting zoos and witnessing the distress of animals in small enclosures. He argues that the educational value of zoos is often overshadowed by the ethical implications of keeping animals in captivity. The filmmakers agree, noting that many people are unaware of the realities of animal captivity and the impact it has on both the animals and their caretakers. The episode concludes with a discussion about the future of wildlife conservation and the importance of fostering a deeper understanding of our relationship with animals. Goode and McBride share their hopes for the impact of Chimp Crazy and similar documentaries in raising awareness about the challenges faced by captive animals and the need for responsible ownership practices. They emphasize the importance of education and advocacy in promoting wildlife conservation efforts and ensuring the well-being of animals in both captivity and the wild.